Ball Weep Grana Weep Nitty Bong, everybody. It is Wednesday evening, and it's time for Transformers Earth Wars news. Optimus Gamer, Jake Moore, Cameron Moore, Wreckin' Rule, King Gamer, Grand Galvatron, all in the chat right away. Welcome to you guys. And you probably heard the news already. In fact, they kind of hinted at it in the live stream last week of what kind of event it's going to be. And so with that, let's go ahead and get right to it. I see Texatron, Thunder, 555, Ferb, Glazios, Dino King, Jer Barbara. A lot of people joining the stream. Okay, so they did leave off the Ball Weep Grana Weep Nitty Bong, so I had to throw it out there for you when we started. But it is time to reveal the new Prime Core, Solus Prime. We had a pretty good feeling this was coming because we fought for the Avatar in not last week's event, but the week before in an individual event. This weekend's event, we actually get the Prime Core itself. Well, potentially, it's getting released, but it is a Prime Core event where you can get up to, they added it up for us, we didn't have to do it, 2,700 Prime Core shards, 3,000 premium shards, and up to 30,000 spark across 30 prestiges. But this weekend's event is called A Fire Within, far beyond any logic and despising all known physical laws. Rodimus Prime has changed entirely into a new entity. His mind and body pertain now to Rodimus Unicronus, a destructor of worlds. He is bad news, and he's on fire. He must have the Megatronus Prime Core equipped. And yes, just like all the Prime Core events, this is exactly the same. If you've been around and participated in the Prime Core events, it is an individual event. There's 30 prestiges. You got to be headquarters for triple XP this event, so that's good for leveling up your bots. It is one of the flat battles where it's up to 10 battle points per zone. And there are your prizes. 10 points, you get 10 Prime Core shards. 20 points, you get 100 premium shards. Actually, that's a new one. I forget what it was before, but we get premium shards now. And at 30 points, you get 30 Prime Core shards. 40 points, you get 1,000 spark. And at 50 points, you get 50 Prime Core shards. And of course, you collect 5,000 Prime Core shards. You can get a Prime Core chip, which will unlock any one of the available Prime Cores as of right now. So right now, let's see. Well, let's go ahead and get through it. So let's talk about the new Prime Core, Solus Prime. It's the 7th one out there. So this or any of the 6 would be available if you happen to complete a Prime Core chip this weekend. It is the Solus Prime Core, so there you go. And somebody mentioned, I think in one of the comments last week, that the little symbol for Solus Prime kind of looks like a frying pan, and yeah, it totally does. So here's the ability, if you haven't seen it already, because it is available to test out in the challenge battle in the game right now. Magnifying glass is a good one too, there, Grand Galvatron. But every 15 seconds you create a turret that has a percentage of your health and damage, and it lasts for 12 seconds. So they're giving you a little bit of tip on the Prime Cores, and I like how they're doing it. This is kind of letting us know what they're thinking about it. Here's the key part of the Solus Prime Core. The turret gets a percentage of its creator's health and damage stats. So the higher your bot's damage, the more damage the turrets deal. And I already knew right where they were going from here, but they do continue to get to the point. Combine that with the enormous range, and you've got a Prime Core perfect for your gunners. Equip it on one of your long-range damage powerhouses and watch your targets melt. Sound good? We'll give it a whirl in the upcoming challenge battle, which is live right now in the game. And really, that's it for the news, except for the reminder to check out their live stream on their Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook page, where they will talk and probably demonstrate the Solus Prime Core. Who knows, they may even take another look at Inferno and Rodimus Unicronus, the new bot's going to be coming, which we saw last week. There was no information about them in the news this week, though. But yeah, you can check that out at 4 p.m. Universal Time, which is noon Eastern. And you guys could do the math for whatever time zone that you happen to be in. So let's go ahead and get to the game. If you'll notice, there's no sound because I've always been hating the fact that the game lagged, and which I'm sure you probably noticed. And I have fixed a lag issue, but the problem is I lost the audio to doing it the way that I did it to get to where there's no lag. There's no audio. I haven't figured that out yet. And if I can't figure it out, I'm going to try look for maybe some background music that we can play that's like nice and royalty free, so I don't get copyright infringement or whatever, you know. But so for now, we're doing it no background music, no game sounds. So I apologize for that. If I recall back, I don't know, a couple months ago, I had some setting wrong and was doing it with no game sounds anyway because I had some setting wrong. Yeah, so that's where we are. So let's go ahead and check back in the chat here. I see Formidable Gaming Z3B. There's your shout out there, buddy. Record Rules got no new Gnaw. That sucks, man. Monkey Man's in the chat. Tran Augustine, Big Bronze Rim. Good to see you, buddy. Damon Swinky. Let's see. Grand Galvatron says it's silly when the Autobots walk through the walls. Hey, I've seen the Decepticons walk through the walls too there. Getting my resources there. And so, yeah, so I did save. I didn't get a chance to do a video to open these Gnaw crystals on Monday because I just didn't have the time to do it. So I went ahead and saved them for now. And Prime Central, no new bots recently. I didn't get any of the bundles this past week because just not bots that I'm willing to spend money to chase on. But I do have 35 Gnaw crystals, and I do have a chance still to get a 3-star or a 4-star Gnaw, who I still don't have after all of these Gnaw events. So let's go ahead and crack them open. There's the first one, and the first one is 2000 Spark. You can't argue with that. And 4-star shards. That's nice. That's nice. I do want to see the space bridge light up. That's just a 2-star duplicate there, though. Let's see. Oh, look at Grand Galvatron's got all 3. He's bragging, making me feel bad because I've just got the 2-star. Thanks for the luck there, Texatron and Cameron Moore with the 4-leaf clover. Very nice. Let's see. Matt Key Knight, I think I got it. So he got a 3-star Gnaw. Very cool. Congrats. Got some more Spark. Still got a fair amount of crystals left to go. There's a Shark Attack. I do like those Shark Attack abilities. Oh, it thought about it for a second, but just gave us some 3-star shards. Alexander Rose got Laser Optimus there. I think I saw up there you got it from a free crystal. That's pretty awesome. Oh, my dogs heard something outside. Gotta let everybody in the neighborhood know that they're here. Not to mess with this house. Okay, so we got more duplicate 2-star Gnaws here. And some more Shark Attack updates. Space, these aren't the Gnaws you're looking for. That's funny. The dogs are chasing away the Gnaw. Oh, that must be it, Grand Galvatron. And, I don't know if you got how long you guys have been watching my channel, but when the first Gnaw was first coming out, but way back, I don't know, about 1.5 years ago, there was an event called the Shark Bait event, and I did put up an event video about that, and I actually did a little bit of a almost a skit, kind of a little thing. So I don't know if you want to check it out. Oh, it's lighting up. That's a 3-star Gnaw there, fellas and ladies. Finally. Got a 3-star Gnaw. Cool. That's one more 3-star I can check off the list. I think Elite 1's the only 3-star I don't have, and you know what? I don't even care about that because I got the 4-star. Not to brag, but hey, So yeah, cool. 3-star Gnaw finally. Still got 19 crystals to go. Might still get that 4-star. All this time. I can't believe, man. All this time it took to get that 3-star. So, hey, even if I don't get that 4-star, I'm going to leave this event happy. Look at that! Like 2 crystals later, we're already into the duplicate 3-stars. Is that crazy or what? Oh man, don't you love the space bridge? Oh wow, this space bridge does some crazy things. Yeah, I got a bundle the other day. I think it was a Snarl bundle. I was just trying to see what I could get. I didn't record it or anything. I got 20 crystals. Every single one of them was a 2-star, and you know sometimes it goes that way. I was surprised I didn't get at least a 3-star duplicate or something. So, and that was like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't bought anything since. Maybe that's why I'm getting better luck now. Oh, looks like we got a crystal over there. Probably a what was that? I did not even see what those shards were. It's probably a 3-star crystal. Okay, let's see. More spark. Let's see what kind of crystal do we got over here. Pretty sure it's a 3-star crystal. Let's go ahead and get it for my Decepticon side. Because I do at least have a chance of getting a 3-star Decepticon. Let's go ahead and open that up. And it's a duplicate, and that's fine. That's just about what I would have got if I'd have used it on my Autobot side. No, that's a nice little silver rejuvenate. And the Shark Attack boost there. Oh, look at that. He's in the game now, and already we've got a YouTube account. Rodimus Unicronus in the stream. How you doing, man? More 3-star shards there. Oh, Cadence Jones. Yes, how are you? Good to see you. A friend from Band, the Non-Toxic Gamers Band channel. And if any of you guys haven't already, you can stop by our Non-Toxic Gamers Band channel. I'm going to try to throw a link in the chat there. There you go. You can go ahead and swing by there. And whoa, they changed how the chat shows up. It really messed up how it looks in the stream. White background and all. Oh, ugh. Well, anyway, that's mostly for you guys in the live chat. So there's a link. You can go join up there, and we do chat about Transformers Earth Wars, and there's also a number of other games that we play. Quite a few, actually. There's a Marvel Strike Force channel that we, or I guess a chat room or whatever that you can talk. We chat about that, and Dawn of Titans, or lots of other games that we play. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and swing by over there. Yeah, it does stand out. I think that's probably what they were going for, but man, it really messes up my custom formatting down there. I might have to work. That's something else I got to work on, I guess. All right, so I haven't really been paying attention to what I've been going through here. All I know is it wasn't the 4-star. So we got it down to the last 2 crystals. Not that one. That's 4-star shards. And the final Gnaw crystal is 2,000 spark. Okay, so we didn't get the 4-star, but that means that there is still something to work for in the next Gnaw event. But hey, I did get the 3-star, so that's really cool. Let's go ahead and go check him out. He's going to be down here a little ways. That's somebody to work on. There he is. Look at that little Gnaw. Chomp, chomp, chomp. That is the coolest name for a for a Billy I've ever seen in this game. Anyway, yeah. So there's the 3-star Gnaw right behind the 3-star tracks, who I've been working on a little bit. Not a great amount. I've kind of slowed down the last couple of weeks. I've been a little busy with other stuff there. So Prime Central, I have not seen any of your chats there in Band, so you might need to find me some other way. I know you mentioned that earlier, but I looked for it and I didn't see it, so I can't respond to nothing. Or at least I can't respond to what I can't see. So yeah, there's 3-star. Alita 1 is the only 3-star I'm missing. Missing almost all of the 5-stars, and still a fair amount of 4-stars that I don't have. I'm moving kind of fast, so I'll slow down in case anybody's curious. So you can go ahead and brag about having Ultra Magnus Or you can brag about having Windblade, or you can brag about having any of the 4-star healers, Wheeljack, First Aid, or Ratchet. You can go ahead and brag about having those, because I don't have them. Yeah, of course, I've got all the 2-stars. And in fact, all the 2-stars, actually, I think Rust Dust and Windblade are at just above 20, and Trax is a little bit above 20. Everybody else is 30 or higher. Well, Blaster's actually upgrading it through 30. So that's my team. And yes, I did see somebody mention it in there. They have renamed Slog to Sludge. You can see him right there. And let's read through his bio and see all the different places where they had to change it. Just right here. So of course there's the name there. Let's see. Despite his plodding lumbering gait, bulldozer approach to anything in his way. Let's keep track. Sludge is a gentle and even shy bot at heart, but conscious of his bellicose fellow Dinobots and wary of the scorn, he keeps his sensitive side hidden. Sludge's seismic footfalls have been known to cause inadvertent landslides, which sometimes bury sludge in anyone nearby, making others dismissive as clumsy and accident prone. So right there's 3 separate instances that they had to go change right there in his bio. And that's why I think it took a little extra time. Because not only that, but also in the story, every time they mention his name, is another different place that they had to go catch to update it. And last I checked, they hadn't updated Strafe to Swoop yet. I thought they were going to do that. Where is he? I thought he was higher, up here somewhere. So I got the 3-star. Where is he? I'm not seeing him. Why am I not seeing him? I have no idea why I'm not seeing him there in my 3-stars. I must be blind. So I know he's not one of the lower 3-stars. Oh, there he is, right next to Wheeljack. Man, he was hiding over there. I couldn't see it, but yes, he's still Strafe. Oh, goodness, what? I was totally missing. I'd have no idea. That was a blind spot right there. Thanks, guys. I knew you guys were seeing him, because that's how it always is. The person in the videos looking, can't find him, and everybody's like, I can see him! He's right there! You know, and I know you guys were doing that, and I'm sorry I couldn't hear you. Yeah, there he was. So yeah, I don't know why he didn't get renamed to Swoop. I'm sure he's going to at some point. But hey, at least we got Sludge already in there. So yeah, and there's the 4-star. I knew where he was. But where's that 3-star? Oh man. All right. Oh, Bumblebee Superior. Yeah. Okay. Cameron Moore asking, am I into Jurassic World? Yeah, I do like the Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World movies. I haven't seen the next one yet, though. So, let's see. What's the strongest spot for each rarity? What do you mean by rarity? What, like flyer or special or whatever? Well, Skylinks is the strongest spot, so he's the strongest triple changer. Star Saber is the strongest special. I think Prime and Grimlock are specials as well. Jumpstream, it just got her to level 51, is the strongest warrior. Alita 1, is she a special? Yeah, of course she's a special. Primal's a special. Strafe is an airbot, which is I didn't realize it right away, excuse me, until the power course came out, and he could put reflective coating on him, so he's the strongest air. And Sunstreaker here, we got him to 51. He is the strongest gunner. So let's see. Oh yeah, replays. We got some replays. Let's see who's saying we got the replay. Ultra Magnus Prime. You're Laser Optimus, aren't you? You know he's got Gnaw in action. Let's go check that out. So here we go. Laser Optimus. He's got Storm Clash. He's got Snarl, Sideswipe, Optimus Prime, Jazz, 4-star Gnaw. Okay, yeah, you're showing off, trying to make me feel bad. and you got the 4-star Perceptor in there too. Yeah. So you were asking who would you put on this team? It looks like you went with Snarl. Because I know you're trying to ask, would you put Snarl or Jumpstream on here? And Snarl definitely does some more damage than Jumpstream. Jumpstream has more health, but just like any time when you're first putting a new bot on a higher level team to try to level them up, they're going to die pretty quick, just because they're just even Gnaw, you're only at 200 or something, so he's a little out of his element and on this level, but that's okay. You're doing right. You're bringing them into a higher zone than they would have if you took just a whole bunch of bots at 200. So they're going to get more XP faster and get leveled up faster. So you did good, but that's why you got guys like Sideswipe, who just bought it at the Mortar, and you got Prime and Jazz, and Perceptor's a pretty strong little bot there too, but as far as his power level, but unfortunately he doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Looks like you got Stormclash up there. Stormclash has got this headquarters down because she's out of range of that shock tower, and she's actually a pretty high level bot too, with 722 on a 4-star. So yeah, that headquarters is going down. Good job, Stormclash. All right. Let's see. Grand Galvatron is asking, who is my favorite Prime? Optimus. How can you not have your favorite Prime be Optimus? I mean, I do like Hot Rod, and Rodimus Prime's pretty cool, but Optimus is the Prime. He's the one. He's the face of the Transformers franchise, so yeah, definitely him. But let's see. Have I upgraded Liege Maximo? Not recently, to be honest with you. I've been upgrading my base mostly. I think I did get it to level 11 though. So, when I actually had to put Jumpstream in the lab, I actually put Pipes on my A team, and man, he's been working out real well with that Liege Maximo core on him. Because when we're getting into those high-level bases and the bots pop out, sure, their abilities get used, but once they get over there, he hacks them and just turns them away. So yeah, he's actually been working real well in place of Jumpstream. Because, I mean, they're identical bots, basically. Their health, their DPS, and even their special ability are practically identical, if not exactly identical. He's just a few levels behind Jumpstream. So I thought that was actually a good fit to fill in while she was out. And in fact, I'm leaving him there. Jumpstream's actually on one of my other teams. Gnaw with Rust Dust is a good combo. Yeah, I can see that. Let's see. King Gamer is asking, did I see the new episode of The Power of the Primes? I did, actually. And yeah, I totally saw that coming because that was the fan vote, and that's why we have a toy of the new Prime. Let's see. Oh, out of the the primes, like the 13 primes. Well, yeah, they're really. They weren't really that developed outside of Optimus, and one could argue Alpha Trion was when he was in the like the G1 cartoon, they did really the concept of the 13 primes didn't exist, and I'm not sure if Transformers Prime, if that was the case. I think it was. But I'm not sure if Alpha Trion was known as one of the primes. Although I suppose they did already have that continuity, the aligned continuity, as they call it. Outside of Optimus, Alpha Trion's probably the one that's most been most developed. Solus Prime has been mentioned a fair amount. Also, again, in Transformers Prime, where Megatron actually went to Cybertron and desecrated the tomb to take the arm, so he could use the Forge of Solus Prime. And of course, Megatronus, he took his name after of Megatronus, and Megatronus himself showed up in the Robots in Disguise cartoon. So, hey, Red Alert, any new bots this week? In the game, yes, I did pull a 3-star Gnaw, surprisingly. So I was very happy to see those lights light up. Still missing the 4-star, but got that 3-star Gnaw way down here at the bottom. There he is. Got to figure out what kind of power core I want to put on him. Let's see. And I did get some new bots, like toy-wise. I'm not really set up to do that. Maybe I could get that taken care of really quick. If you guys want to see some toys, I can go ahead and try to get that set up here pretty quick. I kind of ran out of time to do that because I was trying to get the fix the game to where it didn't lag so much. And of course, as I mentioned before, that's kind of why we're lost the audio, because I got it to where the game didn't lag, but lost out on lost the audio. So I still got to figure out how to get that back, or at least how to figure out some royalty-free music that we can be jamming to in the background. So let me see if we can get this going here. All right. Let's go ahead, and I think this is going to be, let's see, new Power of the Primes episode coming every week. Well, man, yeah, that's how it's been doing. But man, they're about done. They're about done with the Power of the Primes episodes. Is it on? Is this thing on? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. I saw a tip on Facebook. Hey, everybody. There's Overlords at Ollie's. $20. $20 for a leader class toy. And it normally 45 to 50. So yeah, I was very happy with the Mastermind Creations one. But, you know, I definitely did want this guy, and if I'd have seen him, I'd have picked him up even at the full price. But, you know, I was actually talking with Red Alert. In fact, I went over and kind of, you know, visited Red Alert this past weekend because he found the Last Night Hot Rod for me. I mean, Hot Rod. So he got that for me, and I said, hey, by the way, I know there's an Ollie's over there by you. Have you checked it out? And he said, no. And I said, hey, you know, I'm going to go look, and they have Overlords there. If you want one? He said, absolutely. So I grabbed a couple of Overlords, one for me, one for Red Alert. So we're enjoying our Overlords, and this Otrod is actually pretty cool. I mean, he really transforms nice into a really slick-looking Lamborghini. And robot mode's actually pretty cool, and the transformation's actually pretty neat. It's way better than that the Lockdown that this was originally made on. So thank you, Red Alert, for that, by the way. And also he gave me a tip. He saw Battle Trap, Battle Slash and Road Trap over at the comic shop where he's at. And you know the funny thing is, the next day, or actually, was it later that day? I don't know if it was later that day or the next day. I went by my Walmart, and sure enough, they had these guys here. Oh, yeah, and Tailgate. We got Tailgate in here. Hey, guys. Yeah, I tried to turn the head around when I transformed him, but I don't think it's not. I don't think it's supposed to, because when you have his head turned around, it doesn't actually collapse in very well. So he's basically designed to have visible head syndrome. But you know what? The Bumblebee movie trailer legitimized it, so visible head syndrome is A-okay. Oh, and by the way, if you guys haven't seen my Twitter channel, which there's a link somewhere over down there, or let's right down there. You see, there's a link to my, or it's not a link, but that's my Twitter. Engineer Hoist, go figure. I did actually put up a little comic, or also on my no, I did. It wouldn't fit on my Instagram, but on my Facebook page too. A little comic I did with these two guys, because their Power of the Primes cards that they got, it was actually pretty funny because they both came with Amalgamous Prime. I opened up Battle Slash first to see what it says. It says, takes the form of Road Trap so that it seems like there are two of him. I'm like, huh, wouldn't that be funny if it said the same thing but the opposite direction when it was Road Trap? And what do you know? Takes the form of Battle Slash so it seems like there are two of him. So I just thought that was hilarious, so I had to do a little comic of that. And so go ahead and go check out my Twitter channel or page or whatever they call it, and I did put it up there, and you know, it's weird because it's kind of a tall and narrow picture. So when they put it up on Twitter, I think it pretty much just kind of shows that, but there's a picture above and below the pictures of the cards. I don't know why they did that, but yeah. Also, you can look for me on Facebook as Engineer Hoist. There's a space, Engineer Space Hoist. But yeah, I saw somebody was saying something about with Overlord, you can open up his chest and you can put in the prime, like the power, the primes, the prime cores, you know, the prime masters they call it in the toys, I suppose. You know what else you can put in there? You can put in the disembodied heads of the other Phase 6ers so you can power himself up for his ultimate battle with Megatron. You got Sky Shadow and Six Shot over here. So, yeah, I had ideas for maybe doing a comic with that or whatever, but I put that in there just to see that, and so yeah, I thought that was kind of funny because so you got a Phase 6er with the power of another Phase 6er and another Phase 6er. So is that 6 times 3 making it 18? Or is that 6 cubed to making it, like, was it 216, I think? I'm not that good with math. I just did the math already. So the only thing is when you got the heads in there, or even if you have the Prime Masters in there, it doesn't quite close all the way. But it closes enough. I mean, you guys probably didn't know that they were in there when I first showed them to you. So, 3-headed, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely put the Enigmas in there too, because you know they're all basically the same things. The only difference is the whether it's a head or a prime thing. So this is Liege Maximo, by the way. I figured it was fitting to go ahead and bring him out since he's the one I've got in the game. Still haven't seen Wave 2 of these little Prime Masters. And boy, these guys do not like to come out of their shells. Maybe if I had fingernails or something, but yeah. So anyway, so yeah, so there's Liege Maximo. You fold them up. There's Liege Maximo, and if we take Sky Shadow, if we take his head out of there, you can pop these guys in. There you go. And you can see it still doesn't quite close. But now, Overlord can hack other bots. Hey, maybe that's how he took over Hot Rod in Power of the Primes. Maybe he's powered up with the Liege Maximo core. That's how he got Hot Rod and turned him into Rodimus Kron. Maybe that's wow. Hey Blitzwing, how you doing, man? Good to see you. And yeah, for you and for anybody else who may have joined later, the rumors are true. They talked about it last week. It's a Prime Core event, individual, triple XP, just like any other Prime Core event that we've already had. Opened up my Gnaw crystals. I got a 3-star Gnaw. No 4-star yet, but hey, I got that 3-star, so I'm pretty happy. We're slowly moving up the ladder. After what, 4 or 5 events with nothing but 2-star Gnaws, I finally got a 3-star, so that's good. And so now we're actually showing off a new bot that I managed to find. Great deal on him too, $20. If you got an Ollie's nearby, go look for him. They also have Blitzwing and Octane, and I think I saw a picture. Some places have Slug Slinger there. Although I didn't see Slug Slinger at the one I went to, but I did see Blitzwing and Octane, or Octone as they call it. So cool. Let's see. Big Bronze Rim saying his goal this weekend is to get his 5-star Jazz to 54. And he's at 52 now. Wow. Oh yeah. That's quite a ways to go when you're up there going 2 levels. That's not a big deal if you're pretty low, but up there in the 50s, that is a lot of XP. Probably a few million, huh? Let me just. That's not what I wanted to do. You guys can't see it, but. So it's what? It's 1.3 million just to go from 51 to 52, and I imagine it goes a little bit more than that. So you probably got probably what, about 4 million or something to go through for those couple of levels. That's it's a lot of XP. Let's see. Decepticon Crowbar, thanks for joining the stream. He's going off to play some Earth Wars. Very cool. And yeah, Alexander Rose, this is Thunderclash. Well, he's not officially Thunderclash. He's Mastermind Creations Colossus. But yes, he was made to basically be Thunderclash. And if anybody's familiar with third-party toys, this is based on the Tarn mold from the Mastermind Creations. And he's just about as good as Tarn. You know, it's quite a bit different. I mean, some parts like the legs are pretty much reused, but the whole chest and I think these arms parts are reused. But the shoulders, the chest, the head, it's all completely new. His backpack is not quite as clean as Tarn's, but it's not that bad. And of course, he's got the wheels. You can't see it. He's got the wheels on his legs, whereas Tarn has treads. But yeah, he's actually really cool. It's pricey. He's definitely not something that everybody can get. But yeah, he's definitely pricey. I got him not too long ago, and actually something probably more in range for people if you're interested in Thunderclash is this guy. Although it might be a little hard to get him now too. This was a Battle Core Optimus Prime. And I actually have a review of this guy up on my channel from a while back. It's a Battle Core Optimus Prime. The only reason I got him is from Combiner Wars. The only reason I got him was because of these repro labels, the sticker set to put on there. Because I had no interest in a white Optimus Prime, but they repro labels I guess they go by Toy Hacks now. They actually put out 3 different sets labels for this Optimus Prime. One to turn him into Thunderclash, one to turn him into Ultra Magnus, and one to turn him into Nova Prime. And this was right about the time that Thunderclash was in the More Than Meets the Eye comic, so I kind of wanted a Thunderclash, and there was no mention of this guy back over here at the time. So I went and managed to snag this guy off the shelf, snag those stickers, and I tried to record the stickering of it, but oh man, that is not a fun thing to do because the battery just doesn't last my battery, first of all, the camera only wanted to record for about 15 minutes at a time, then it would shut off, and then the battery only lasted for about 30 minutes, and then it was done. Meanwhile, it took a couple hours to put the stickers on this guy, because I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lot of tiny little ones like right there, plus you want to get these lined up just right. Get the sticker on his full faceplate was not fun. I think that's paint up there. But all these are all individual stickers, so there's like 5 little fins there. That's 5 stickers there, 5 stickers there. Got all these little things. You got stickers on for all the different ones in the windows and stuff like that, and all on the sides. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it was work. Plus, you got a little bit in there, and I think there was a couple of stickers here on his head, combined mode head too, like for the faceplate and one little thing for up there too. So yeah, there's a fair amount of stickering going on for this guy to turn him into Thunderclash. And yeah, I really liked him. I think he's a good Thunderclash until this guy showed up. I do need to still slap an Autobot sticker on him though. I haven't done that. I've got some. I just haven't put it on him yet though. So yeah, good eye. That was a Thunderclash back there. It wasn't intentional to have him back there. That's just kind of where he ended up. I see Blitzwing says, I do model cars. I know the pain. Yeah, probably even more so because I think you actually paint them. I haven't gotten into painting Transformers yet. I've got a few bots that I want to do that with. In fact, I actually, as the Transformers Collectors Club was shutting down, they had some of their custom class kits left over, and for 70% off, I went ahead and snagged a couple. They're all still on the sprues and everything, and I plan to leave them on the sprues and with all the hardware and everything. Just no paints, no stickers, no instructions, although I did find instructions for one of them online. But I'm not going to do anything with them until I've actually practiced on some other bargain bots, which I got. I got a bunch of those Transformers Prime bots. Remember a few years ago? I don't know. It was right around the holiday season. They slapped a whole bunch of tape around two of them together, slapped a big sticker on them, and said, "Hey, 2 Transformers for $10." So it was like $5 per Transformer, and they were just sitting there. It was well after the holidays, and there was still a whole end cap full of these things. And you know what? I just grabbed a whole bunch of them, just because. Fodder to practice customizing on, or if nothing else, I don't know, maybe give to charity or something. I haven't done anything with them though. They're all still pretty much just packaged up though. Is that Age of Extinction Grimlock over here you're asking? It's actually the Studio Series Grimlock. We did take a look at him a couple weeks ago, but we can bring him back out here for you. That's the Studio Series Grimlock. Excellent figure. If you're a fan of the movies and you're a fan of the Dinobots in the movies, this is by far the best Grimlock they had. Definitely by far the best Grimlock. So I did manage to find all of the first wave of the Studio Series figures, including I've got Ratchet there and got Optimus Prime. It's actually a pretty decent Optimus Prime. Totally different than any of the other ones. It's not like basically a redo. Like Ratchet's basically a mold we've already seen before. Unless this is based on an earlier mold from one of the first couple movies, which I never had. This is it's a new mold to me at least. So this is a pretty good Optimus Prime. And this Bumblebee. So if you've seen reviews of this Bumblebee online, some people have had bad luck. Some people have had good luck, getting good ones or getting bad ones. Mine ain't that great. I was pleasantly surprised by by Stinger. Not just a repaint of Bumblebee, not just a red Bumblebee, a completely new figure, completely different toy. He's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but he does have a very unique transformation and is actually pretty cool. So kind of hollow in the legs, but a lot of them are nowadays. And to get the transformation to work, sometimes it's what you got to do. Let's see, who else did I have? Oh, he's over here somewhere. Crowbar. Probably the worst of the bunch. I mean, he looks all right in this mode. He's got his dreads hanging out there, so that's pretty cool. But man, when he just does not go into a vehicle very well. It just really doesn't peg together very well. And then these dreads just kind of hang out the back side, so it's not a very good disguise, So let's see. Hmm. Yeah, Blitzwing. I kind of like the original Dinobot colors too. Let's see. To join our alliance, we're looking for. Let's see. Let's pop back over to the game here real quick. Let's go look at the alliance. Headquarters 11. And also not looking for like rushed headquarters. So the defense is up around headquarters 10 level, and 2,800 medals. Texatron's got you right in there. That's pretty much what we're looking for. And the minimum for events, like for alliance events, is to score your medal count. So that's why that's really why we're looking for the 2,800, is because that's the minimum. So we want people to be able to score at least 2,800 in an event, so we can have the better chance of doing well in the alliance events and get more prizes. So plus it's also a pretty good indicator of how strong your team is. And we did pretty good this last event. We had, I think, the top 10 people in our alliance, only one of which was actually a helper, managed to score over 10,000. So I was very happy with our performance. So if anybody who's on here in the NonToxic Gamers alliance, I'm very proud of you guys. We did a good job, and so we need to keep it up. So what did I do there? Saw my home screen. So, all right, let's see. Oh, Jeremy's here. We can get started now. I'm just kidding, buddy. It's a Prime Core event. It's the same kind of Prime Core event that we've had the last couple of times. Individual event, 30 prestiges, 10 points per battle zone, up to 10 points per battle zone, and triple XP. Yes, triple XP. So... yeah, Wreck and Roll, good to have you, buddy. Let's see, where are we? Yeah. So let's see, we got there peanut butter jelly time in the house, and he's doing really well. Razorback's been awesome. Prime and Blitzwing. Soldier's back with us full time. Fellow non-toxic gamer. We're happy to have him back. Boba the Great, right there's Wreck and Rule, who's in the chat there. He's doing awesome. Soundhound's really been improving quite a bit. Spitfire's pretty new. I think he came in after the event. Silver Fox and Hayato and Omega Bomb, all these guys. There's Laser Optimus. I know he's in the chat too. What is it? Ultra Magnus Prime or something like that, I think. Go ahead and post a comment if you're still around. So we got a whole bunch of these guys, and look at Texatron. Doesn't have a whole lot of medals, but man, he's been collecting the bots. Look at that, he's got a captain rank. Man, you're just a collecting fool there, Texatron. And there's our Red Alert and Metroplex and Laser Bomb. Now, some of these guys, if you're saying, it's like, oh, you said 2,800, and those guys don't have 2,800. Well, they joined our feeder alliance, NTG Minibots, and they did a really good job over there. Very active, scored well, and so we made the call to go ahead and promote them up to our main alliance, even though they didn't quite hit the published minimum. So yes, if you don't have quite hit the minimums or whatever, go ahead and check out NTG Minibots. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat if Texatron doesn't beat me to it. So you can go ahead and check that out. There are no minimum requirements for NTG Minibots other than be active, actually play the game. So if you go and join that and then just don't play, we'll boot you. But as long as you're there and you're playing and you're trying, there's no headquarters. I mean, you can be headquarters 4 with 10 medals, and as long as you're playing the game and you're willing to keep playing and try and grow and stuff like that, you're welcome to join the NTG Minibots if there's room. So, and I have to confess, I haven't visited the NTG Minibots account in a while, but I know Texatron and Jugabolt are over there and keeping that going. And so, let's see. 2 hot shots? No, it was a hot shot and a hot spot. We did have 2 primes, though, for a little while. So I know what you're going, because so yeah, there they are. It's a hot spot and a hot shot. So that one letter will throw you. That one letter will throw you, though. Yeah, Monkey Man. So headquarters 8, headquarters 9. Yeah, go ahead and if you want to hop over to mini bots, and we'll get you. We can get you in there, and you know, if you work hard and score well, maybe we'll invite you up. But yeah, it was hard to notice. I did kind of scroll through there pretty quick. Rodimus Unicronus, you don't need to tell me that you have a question. You can just ask the question. And there's a lot of stuff going on, so I may miss it. So maybe you might have to ask a question a couple times. But just saying you have a question doesn't really help out a whole lot, man. You know, it goes for band too. I see a lot of you guys go, or even in the Alliance chat, you say, "Hey, I have a question." It's you know, in school, it's good. Raise your hand and get called on. But you know, in these kind of chats and stuff like that, just ask a question. Just ask a question. It saves a lot of time. Because, you know, what'll happen is you'll say, "Hey, I have a question," but meanwhile, I'm busy doing work or something for a couple hours, and then so before I see that, and I'll say, "Okay, well, what's your question?" And then you're busy for a few hours, and it just takes forever to communicate like that. So just ask the question. So he's asking, "Can I try to recreate Power of the Primes episode 0?" Dude, I am. If you're talking like stop motion, I do not have the patience for that. Much respect to anybody who can do stop motion, but if you look through my Facebook page or anything else like that, you'll see the closest I come to anything like that is basically recreating kind of like a comics. Oh, you mean with the collection, like in the game? I'd have to go back and look and see what was in that episode. Like I think Victorion was there. Didn't they have like all the combiners, like Victorion and Menasor and Devastator, and Windblade was there, and I don't know. Did Volcanicus show up in the first episode of Power of the Primes, or did he show up in the second one? But that would be pretty hard to replicate all those different combiners, you know, still. Who would I have in the outpost? That's a good question. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I got 2 of my outposts maxed. This one here with Strafe Swoop. Just got that maxed just yesterday, actually. And we got Star Saber over here. So a couple of good bots to be in maxed outposts. Got Hound. He actually does a pretty good job. Especially if one bot, if he's able to target one bot, he will do some massive damage to the one bot, shooting out all those different holograms or whatever. And then this one is Pipes, because let's see, he's got the Liege Maximo in there, and you know what I don't know if it's supposed to work that way or not, but last defense I saw with the Liege Maximo, he doesn't hack. I don't know. There's a lot of other bots there, so I may not have seen it, but I didn't notice that he hacked anybody. But it just so happened that one of the attackers had a Liege Maximo as well, and he was not hacked, whereas the other ones were. So it does say that about with the Liege Maximo. If he's in your outpost, he cannot be hacked. And also, I believe that also means that if he is, like, for example, say, if Mind Wipe were to come out of an outpost and try to hack him, it wouldn't work. But I did not notice that he hacked any of the defenses with the Liege Maximo, but he did avoid a hack. So let's see. Howard Waverly, dude, I don't know what your stats are there, so oh, is this you, the Prime Let's see where you're at, because I know we've We've said no before because your defenses weren't quite up to scratch. So we got you at headquarters 11. And so we got level 5, level 5. See, we're looking for mortars to be probably more like level 6 or so. And see, and you got level 8 cannons and level 9. Those can be level 11 now. So I would expect them to be more like on the scale of level 10 cannons. And I think these lag a little bit, so I'd probably be looking for the laser turrets at like 8 or 9. Shock tower looks pretty good, and my outposts always lagged a little bit, so those are actually pretty good. And of course, your missile launcher is just brand new, so that can't be any higher than a level 11. So you got a little bit more work to do there, bud. You got to get these guys up to about a level 10. If you want to join the NTG mini bots, you're more than welcome. If you want to join the NTG mini bots, you head on over there, and we'll let you go in there. And then next Alliance event, if you score well, we'll promote you. So that's the I keep doing that because that's what I usually do. But that's how our alliance works. You got to meet our minimums, and if you don't meet the minimums, you can go into NTG mini bots, prove yourself, so that even if you don't quite meet the minimums, we can bring you up. So that's what we need you to do there, bud. Oh yeah, we haven't done any base reviews in a while. Got to be hopping out of here pretty soon there. But let's see. What was it? Wrecking Rule was asking for. Wait, what am I doing? Here we go here. Base review. Okay, I gotta be careful. Visit. That always scares me. I always pause and go very slowly to tap on visit because I don't want to accidentally kick anybody. Okay, so we got a base review of Wrecking Rule 21 over here as I'm knocking down bots over on my side. Let's see. So we got a headquarters 15. Very cool. You can't tell because they both look the same. I almost like this design better than the headquarters 16. This one just looks cool. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I was trying so hard to get this one for so long, much longer than the headquarters 16. I don't know if that's why this one. But yeah, so you got some good. Oh, look at that level 9 beam lasers. Yeah. Oh, level 12. Oh, look at level 12. Oh man, look at you. You're just about almost a max 15 here. So yeah, you're looking pretty good, and you're pretty well spread out too. Even if bots were to come in on the side, they're still going to come pretty much straight over here for this cannon or that cannon. So they're not going to. There's really not a whole lot they're going to miss out unless you get somebody come in like with a Megatron and try to rush. But even if they do, they're going to be right in the thick of things because you got a shock tower here, and then you got these outposts. You can't tell what's in your outposts, but I'm sure you got some good ones there. And you got the cannons here, and you got turrets right there, lasers. You can't. That's a pretty darn good base. I got nothing for you, man. I got no advice for you. This is good. Looks like you're letting your walls lag a little bit. So yeah, that's fine. You've got your defenses up. So yeah, I would definitely say start working on your wall. It's time to start working on your walls. And I see you're at level 10. You got some level 11s over here too, and it does take a while to get your walls. Wait till you get to level 16 walls. You basically have to max your alloy to do one wall. It's crazy, but yeah, good job there, Wrecking Rule. Let's see. Denny's Creek, how can you send the base to review? Let's see. I never thought of that. That's a good idea there, Grand Galvatron. You could always send an applicate. You could always request to join the alliance, and then I could go and take a look at it, kind of like I did with the other one just a moment ago. But if you're already in an alliance, I'm not sure if you really want to leave the alliance and then go apply just for that base review, and that's something I haven't ever really figured out how I could do that. Well, one thing you could do is you could join our band channel, our Non-Toxic Gamers band channel. We have a chat room for Transformers Earth Wars. You could go there. You can take a screenshot of your base. You can post your picture. I don't see how that would work well during a live stream. So I'd have to I'm still trying to figure out how that would work out. How I could do that a good way. So don't really have a good way to do that for you right now. Oh, Strike Force is telling me I've got campaign energy, so I got to get going. Gotta go try to get Ant-Man. So, yeah, you guys got me into Strike Force. So I blame all you guys on the on the stream, saying it got me into playing Marvel Strike Force. Let's see. How would a Soundwave combiner look? that would be pretty funny, actually. Can you imagine like Soundwave, like with Laserbeak and Buzzsaw as the arms, and like Rumble and Frenzy as tiny little legs, and maybe Ravage is like a little chest minion? Well, I guess they're all technically chest minions. So yeah, I don't think that would work out too well at all. Let's see. Yeah, actually, I was going to. I was bringing this up a little while ago, is like when we were talking about tracks, and I don't think I ever got around to it. But you guys were asking, is like, I know it turned out to be like recreating the Power of the Primes episode. It turned out actually being like in a game, but I was thinking like, you know, stop motion, or I've done toy comics before. Kind of like I don't know if he's like I mentioned about like the Battle Trap and you know, or Battle Slash and Road Trap. I did a little thing up on my Facebook and the Twitter page. I also did another one a while back, and here we'll go through it right here. This was when the Age of Extinction Hot Shot came out. So that's him over there, and of course I use Hoist in a lot of my comics, and I just thought he looked an awful lot like Trax, and actually I had him there as I was pulling the Trax crystals there. So he goes, you know, hi Trax, and he's like, man, my name's Hot Shot. Meanwhile, Hoist is getting some Mountain Dew from or what do we call it? What was it called? Mood Whiplash. That was the Dispensor figure from it was a Takara Tomy exclusive. It wasn't in Hasbro, but it was basically like it was like the Mountain Dew. It's a truck, and it's made to be like a Mountain Dew truck, but it's kind of got like a vending machine on top, and it's called Mood Whiplash, which is kind of a reference to one of the comics or whatever. So he's like. So he's all upset because everybody's calling him Trax, but his name's Hot Shot. So here's where I go and I point out why he's Trax. You're blue, you got a red face and a white helmet. Alt mode's a Corvette, yeah. So how you not Trax? And I don't know if you can tell, they got little cups in their hands that came from the Make Toys Swerve. He had a little tray with a couple of little Energon glasses there, so I thought it was pretty funny. See, and he's all upset because it says on the package he's Hot Shot. You know, so but I wasn't buying it. Hoist wasn't buying it. See you later, Trax. He's out of frustration. He screams, "Hot Shot!" Meanwhile, another Hot Shot shows up. Wah wah. It doesn't work out too well, you know, with somebody narrating it. You know, yeah. I got more up on my Facebook page or on my website, engineerhoist.com, if you want to go see any more of that. Yeah, you can definitely go check some of those out. But I meant to show that off a couple weeks ago, and I just happened to see it here. So, all right. What do Transformers do when they are sad? I don't know. Ask Dead End. I think he's sad all the time, or maybe he's just grumpy. So, all right. Only bots you want to see in Earthworm, Sentinel Prime, and Overlord. Yeah, I think Overlord would be pretty cool to see in the game, especially since he was just in Power of the Primes episode. And I said a while back, a lot of people asking about Omega Supreme and who do you pair him with. I think Overlord would be a good one to pair with Omega Supreme because they are kind of base Transformers, and they do have kind of tank modes and a flying type of mode. So yeah, I do think that would be pretty cool. I think that would be a good pairing, Omega Supreme and Overlord. If they ever decide to bring in bigger guys, because they are bigger. Overlord was more of a slightly larger than Megatron size in the Power of the Primes, and but he also originally was, I think, much bigger. He was definitely more on the scale of Omega Supreme originally, and even Scorponok has kind of done that. I mean, way back in G1, he was a base on par with Fortress Maximus. He was the size of Fortress Maximus in the cartoon. In the toy, Fort Max, of course, was the very first 2-foot-tall Transformer, whereas Scorponok was, I don't know, he was more Overlord size, more like a leader class size. Is that right? A little bit bigger than a leader class. I got a G1 Scorponok back over there. It's a little buried, so I can't really bring him out. So toy wise, Fort Max is way taller. But in comics, Fort Max too, even along with Scorponok, were both portrayed as more of a normal size bot, just larger. One of the larger normal size bots, kind of like Ultra Magnus. Is larger than most other bots. They were portrayed something like that, as opposed to a Titan class city size like Fort Max was in the Titans Return show. So, all right, dude, I'd love to give you a base review, but there's no way I can seek you out in any kind of efficient manner. So. Let's see. Wouldn't Omega Supreme be better as a combiner? He's the size of a combiner, but the problem is he's not a combiner. He's one bot, one consciousness. The combiners, the idea behind the combiners is that it's 5 to 6 smaller individual robots who have a personality of their own come together to form a larger robot who then also has extra power and an individual personality as the combined form. Whereas Omega Supreme, he's just Omega Supreme. When he's the base, when he's just the tank, or even if he's just flying around as the spaceship mode, that's all still Omega Supreme. There is no smaller bot that combine with. I mean, in a way, he is a kind of a combiner because he does split apart into all sorts of different components or whatever. But that's more of a parts former as opposed to a combiner. So, Monkey Man's asking, what should you upgrade next? The weapons or random buildings or walls? That one is easy. Upgrade your weapons. The only thing you should upgrade before your weapons would be your resources, like your storage, if you need them to be able to store more so that you can upgrade your weapons. Otherwise, you want to upgrade your weapons first, because anything that you upgrade increases the amount of XP available in your base and will put you in a higher zone. So you want to and if you're adding that with no extra defense because of walls or other like, I don't know, storages or scanners or something like that, then you're going to go into a higher zone than you can probably defend against, and that's why people lose a lot, is because they do that. So you always want to open up your or level up your defenses. You know, there was one other thing that I recall that I thought was pretty interesting. I'm not entirely sure where it was or how I can actually show it off to you guys before we get out of here. Where is it? All right, I'm going to go hop on. One last thing before we get out of here. I got a replay for you guys. This is from the event last weekend. This is the first time that this happened in the history of over 2 years of playing this game. Slightly less than 2 years of possibility for this. But I was paired up to attack my own Decepticon base. Zone 12. And I destroyed it. So yeah, Star Saber, he's pretty strong there. Pretty much leveled the whole base. Yep. So you can see it. And there we go. Piece of cake. And that's really no surprise because that particular team is actually very strong. They're actually recommending Zone 13 for these guys, but they're only like 100 points higher than Zone 13. I accidentally went into Zone 13. Well, I went into Zone 13 one time just to try it, and then I accidentally went in like a second time, like during an event, because I haven't unlocked 13 with my scanner yet because I can't handle it. But I tried it a couple times during the event, and I lost pretty bad both times. So you really don't want to go up another level until you're at least 500 to 1,000 over. So. But yeah, so I just thought that was pretty cool. I did. It was an event, so I couldn't. It doesn't save to your thing, so I actually did the whole record the battle, and so I had that over there in my photos. So yeah, I thought that was. I just thought that was. I was like, it's kind of funny. This is one of those ones where I had just woken up. Hey, let's run a few fuel cells before as I'm just waking up, and I'm barely awake, and I'm like, what? What is this? Oh, of all times. I'm half awake and I get paired with my own base, so I couldn't even like stop it for a second or whatever. So yeah. All right, there. Let's see. It was kind of, what was it? Hot Rod. I think it was a couple streams ago. I was actually just going through doing a bunch of random battles, and Hot Rod was in the chat. And one of the bases I got paired up was with his Decepticon. While he's watching my stream, I attacked his base. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. Wreck and Roll, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm very happy to have you in the Non-Toxic Gamers. I'm looking at the chat, not at the camera. I don't know why, because it looks like I'm not looking at you. This is looking at you, right? So yes, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, it's time to get on out of here. Yeah, I haven't found Lunar Fury yet. Honestly, I haven't. I don't reckon, of all the people that I've attacked, I haven't recognized anybody really. So, all right. Yeah, that's it. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you guys for sticking around. And yeah, Rodimus Unicronus with the figures. Maybe I could do that. I don't know. I've been so busy. I haven't even had time really to do videos for these streams like I've wanted to. I haven't really had a whole lot of time to play the games either. But maybe if I do, if I have some time, maybe I'll do it. But it will almost certainly be like a picture type of thing, like I just did with the thing. So go check out my website. Check out my Twitter, Facebook. I almost started sounding like MGO there. Check out my website. Follow me on Twitter. All that good stuff down in the description below. So if any of you watch MGO, you know that's how it goes. And yes, I watch him a lot. I say his outro with him every single time I do it. So yeah, I'm gonna spare you the palm in the face and all that stuff. And I have no skit to follow. But I am going to get out of here. So I'm going to do my little closing. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. Thanks for watching.